Hello, hello, hello. It's coffee time. But then you knew that because that's why you tuned in. It's all over. It's all over. Our fluffy-haired leader, Boris Johnson, has handed in his notice to the Queen at Balmoral literally in the last few minutes. So it's all over. It's all over for Boris. There's pictures of him going in to see the Queen. And I imagine that soon enough Liz Truss will press flesh with Queenie and become the PM. Yeah, because she's there as well. Isn't that amazing? But yeah, earlier they left Downing Street. Look, there they go. Whoops, nearly walked her into a lamppost he did. Look at that. Watch out, Carrie. But yeah, nearly there's young Rees-Mogg there with his dad. Nearly clonked her into a lamppost. God, watch out with the... Mind you, could always get another wife, couldn't he? He's very... And he ended it with that's all, folks. Oh, sorry. So yeah, it's all over. It's all over. What are we going to do? But yeah, Liz Truss is taken over. She's now the third female Prime Minister under a Conservative government. It's not bad going. It's Labour Party. They've not managed to do that. They've not even had a female leader. Though I do hear that they're going to be fielding famous transvestite Eddie Izzard up in Sheffield, because when he puts a dress on, he's a lady now. Apparently, I don't know if anyone can see the problem with that. Wasn't there an old adage about putting pig on a lipstick on a pig? I'll get it right, and I'll get it the right way around in a minute. But that old adage about putting lipstick on a pig, I'm not saying he looks like a pig in lipstick. I'm just saying it's still a pig. Yeah. Anyway, that's the world we live in at the moment. Isn't it marvellous? Isn't it marvellous? Everything's... Meanwhile, in Ireland, Enoch Burke, right? He's a teacher in Ireland. Here we go. I'm going to pull up his picture, and he's been... Well, you can see what's happening. He's being arrested by two Garda. That's the Irish police, if you don't know. And you're probably wondering what he's been up to. Maybe he's been inappropriate around the children. Maybe they found something nasty on his hard drive. No, he's been arrested and jailed because he breached a court order, because he refused to address a transitioning student as they rather than he. Yeah, this is at Westmeath School. And he said, I will not give up my Christian beliefs. Again, in the UK, his gender critical and religious beliefs are upheld in law. They're protected because we're allowed to have scepticism. He's a skeptic. Well, obviously in Ireland, they've gone gender woo-woo. Completely gender woo-woo. But yeah, he was suspended from going to school, but he turned up and they arrested him. He said, I love my school, with its motto res non verba, which means actions not words, but I'm here today because I said I would not call a boy a girl. He says transgenderism is against my Christian belief. Don't have to be a Christian. I'm not. I'm an atheist. I believe in science. When you castrate a dog, doesn't make it a bitch. It's still a dog. It is contrary to the scriptures and contrary to the ethos of the Church of Ireland of my school. So yeah, don't go to Ireland. What a strange time we live in. What a very strange time we live in. They've announced the new jabs, jab for COVID, starting tomorrow, 7th of September in the UK. If you're 75 and over, and have medical issues, you can get your jab done, apparently. But experts are talking. Should we listen to the experts? They're asking, do we actually need the autumn COVID booster? But yeah, the boss of AstraZeneca believes that no, it's unnecessary, especially if you've had the 3 jabs already. Pascal Soriot, the chief executive at AstraZeneca, said boosting healthy people again was not good use of money, as their vaccines protect healthy people for a long time. But their jab is not going to be used in the new campaign over here. So yeah, but I mean, I'll probably get it done because I had my first flu jab last year. I'm still here. But yeah, what else is going on? Oh, we're back to transgenderism again. This seems to be the big thing on the Daily Mail websites. Remember, I read the Daily Mail website, so you don't have to. There's a Let Women Speak event in Brighton on September the 18th, which is being hosted by feminist campaigner Kelly J. Keane. I don't know if you see her on YouTube. She's at the forefront of feminism and very against this TRA ideology. And she's going to be doing this talk in Brighton. But police have been made aware of trans right activists to use any means you see fit to fight her, and this could be seen as menacing. Again, this is men wanting to shut down women speaking. This is going back to the old days. This is going back to the old days of the suffragettes, isn't it? Where men say, women, shut your mouth. And yeah, you can see them here. You can see them. You can see again in this picture. This was from Manchester in May. We can see who's the villain here. Look, is it the lone woman sitting protesting quietly, or is it the men with their faces masked, threatening her physically? It's not a good look. They want to be on the right side of history. That picture's not a good look. So yeah, if you're a feminist, or you're a feminist ally, or you're just a sensible person, do go to the Let Women Speak event in Brighton on September the 18th. There we go. A lot of Meghan Markle. They're doing a tour. Her and Harry are doing a tour, apparently. Oh, this is a good one. We're going back to Ukraine. I did a little video today about Roger Waters, and he's completely jumping off the deep end, trying to mansplain Mrs. Zelensky what was going on. But yeah, apparently Russia is recruiting volunteer soldiers from a mental health unit. The advertisement posted to the homepage of St Petersburg Psychoneurological Dispensary No. 2 is calling for military recruits. And they've got the picture here. Here it is. Again, my Russian's not very good, but I think it says something like, you don't have to be mad to fight here, but it helps. Oh man, I've alienated everyone today. Oh, I've alienated everyone. But there was a really good story going, was it yesterday, about a pensioner in Ukraine. He managed to well, I'm going to show you his picture. Have we got a picture of him? Here he is with his gun. But yeah, this Ukrainian pensioner has won a medal. Here he is with his medal. I'm going to tell you what the medal's for in a minute. Here he is. He's proudly showing off his medal. But what did he do? Well, there is some footage of it. and I've just got to queue it up. Here we go, here he is. Right, what did he do? Right, he shot down a fighter plane with his gun with a single shot, like something out of a video game. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, Valery Ferovich opened fire when the enemy aircraft flew overhead in Cherniv, according to the State Border Service of Ukraine. He picked off the jet, which they reckon cost 74 million quid, and footage taken at the time showed it careening down to earth. I mean, that's a tall tale, isn't it? I mean, he's going to be dining off of that story for ages, that one, isn't he? Yeah, that's a good one. Oh boy. So yeah, just give all the old age pensioners rifles and they'll be able to take on the Russian army, won't they? Just fantastic. Meanwhile, we're talking about the energy crisis. Now, Liz Truss, our new leader, Liz Truss, I'm going to have to work on some new material for her because, she's promising that, what's she going to do? She's going to suspend price rises for 2 years, so that we can afford our bills. Yeah, energy prices are going to be suspended for 2 years. Isn't that great? Thing is, though, is they're going to have to pay it back. Yeah, they have to pay it back. So it's interesting because it's 2 years, and that kind of tallies up with the next election, doesn't it? You know, when there's a new, I don't know, government. But someone's done a very good sculpture of Liz Truss. Here you go. I thought it was Max Wall for a minute. I'm going to have to explain who Max Wall is, aren't I, now? Because I'm from the 1950s. Yeah, that was done in plasticine, I believe. And he also did one of Rishi Sunak as well. Oh boy, there's something so wrong in both of those. And yeah, here's the sketch where it looks more like. Here's the sketch he did of this, oh, here we go. Here's the sketch that he did. Now that looks more like Dominic Cummings as Maxwell than Liz Truss. I think it's very cruel. Very cruel. Oh dear. But what was I talking about? Energy crisis. Yeah, she's going to freeze the prices for 2 years, which brings us up to the next election. And then they can figure out it's going to cost 100 billion quid. But don't worry, folks. You're going to be paying for it. They haven't figured out how, but I imagine they're going to tax us or make us pay it back. Or they could use that 100 billion quid and renationalise the utilities. Couldn't they? Yeah. Because you've got to remember, it's not necessarily the energy companies that are raising the prices. I mean, they raise the prices to stay competitive and make a little bit of profit because they have running costs and shareholders to make happy, but it's also the people that pull this stuff out of the ground. They're the ones that are putting out the most profit. The actual refineries and those companies that are liberating the gas and oil. They're the ones that are really creaming off the profits at the moment, and those are the people we should be targeting. Imagine if we controlled that. If that was nationalised and the energy companies were still private, you could do it in like a two-tier system, couldn't you? That might work. Anyway, I've gone off completely on a tangent. I've gone over there somewhere when I should be over here. But yeah, this is the Railway Inn in Rodley. Here it is. It looks quite nice. It's the Railway Inn. This is Towers of Woe, of Energy Crisis. Here it is. It's a pub in Rodley, in Leeds. Talk about sophistication. I've been to Leeds. Just did that one for the missus because she likes that impression. And yeah, this is the owner Oh, no, is it Mr. Is it Mr. Gill? We've got a picture of Mr. Gill, the owner. That's not Mr. Gill, is it? No, we don't have a picture of Mr. Gill. We have a picture of their chef, who has been let go, unfortunately. But yeah, publican Chris Gill took over the pub 2 years ago, and it's the energy bills have gone up already. It's going to cost him £5,500 per month, and that's up £900 from last year. And that's just the tip of it. But yeah, he's had to let go his chef due to the crippling costs, and he's not looking forward. So yeah, this is the chef that they let go. So he's looking for a job. If anybody, if anyone has a use for him, give him a call. That's Garth Kirsten Landman. So yeah, not good for him. But there's lots of publicans have been talking about this. Yeah, there's some more examples here. This is the Plough in Whitstable and in Kent, and Miss Lissa Evans, who runs that pub, she's been in the publican. She's been a publican for, I think it's 21 years, and here she is with her pub, and her energy prices have skyrocketed from £8,000 to £33,000 for just gas alone. And yeah, she's closing the pub at 9 p.m. and just using the restaurant area because that's where the money is. It's absolutely bonkers. Meanwhile, the director of the Old Fleece, Chris Moss, which is in Kendal, which is one of the oldest pubs in the UK. It dates back to 1654. Here is the Old Fleece. It looks lovely. Wouldn't mind going there. It currently pays £44,000 for its electricity bill, but last week Chris Moss was quoted £124,000 for its bill. Because again, in the because you have your residential and you have your commercial sector, energy sector, they're very different. Again, as a business, when I was a business owner, I learnt this the hard way. And you sign contracts for like 12 months, and they give you estimates of how much it's going to be. And yeah, it helps you shop around. It's not like the residential energy market. It's much more expensive, and it's awful. And yeah, so everyone's looking at each other and going, what the hell are we going to do? But don't worry, Liz is here. She's gonna fix it all. She's gonna fix it all. Yeah. Now this, got some court news here. This is the story of sales manager Paul Williams. Here he is. He's obviously going to court because he's got his best suit on. He was at the local dump, at the local refuse tip, and he got into an argument with another motorist, and he punched the man in his face during a road rage row. Household rubbish tip, you know. This was back in March the 5th. March the 5th. And Warrington magistrate said he's got to pay his victim, Mr Nugent, £100 compensation, and has been fined £652, £150 costs, and a victim surcharge. I guess that's the £100. He initially denied the charge, but then admitted it. So 4:30 p.m. on March the 5th, victim Peter Nugent was disposing of items. A female driver shouting abuse to intent to move his car. Right. This is where it gets a little bit, you know, you may side with the aggressor, because the driver of the car was Williams's wife, who's disabled. And Mr. Nugent said he called her a effing twat. So Mr. Williams got out of the car, because he was a passenger, and gave him a good hiding. I think he was kind of justified there. He was being chivalrous, wasn't he? He was being, he's looking after his missus. Looking after his missus. No, don't hit anyone. And don't call anyone rude words. Let's all be nice. If somebody is rude to you, just smile at them and wave. And just go, be nice. No? Okay, maybe not. That's just me then. There's a new app. It's called Meow Talk. Sorry, it's called Meow Talk. It's in the title. What do you think it does? The app has gone viral in Japan. It's had 17 million downloads. And it allows owners to understand their cat. And it records the meows and purrs that cats might make, and stores them in the cloud for analysis. Here's a picture of a cat, just in case you've forgotten what one looks like. And they reckon 250 meows have been recorded. And the app can help you know if your cat's angry or upset, or if it's even hungry, or if it's just wants a fuss. It's got 13 preset vocalizations and then produces an equivalent in human language. So yeah, cat translator. Back to Putin. Mr. Putin, our beloved Russian leader, has unveiled a new foreign policy called Russian World. The 31-page humanitarian policy, published more than 6 months into the war, says Russia should protect, safeguard and advance the traditional ideals of the Russian world. It enshrines in official policy ideas around Russian politics, religion, and I guess language, things like that, and Russian cultural identity. I don't know about you, that sounds a little bit Nazi, doesn't it? Is it me, or does it sound the sort of thing that Hitler might do? Oh no, I shouldn't have evoked the Hitler. Anyway. There was a lot of thunderstorms last night. Did you notice it? Look at this. This was over the Mersey Gateway Bridge in Cheshire. Look at that. God, that was dramatic. And this is at Freshwater Bay on the Isle of Wight. Whoa! This looks like one of those awful posters you'd see in Athena. Do you remember the 80s? Do you remember that? No. Yeah, I reckon there's going to be more thunderstorms. Meanwhile, let's go to Goa. Crime news. Wow, this is well, I'm just going to show you the picture first, because it looks like something from a comedy show. You know, I'll get me coat. Anyway, but this is very serious for the fellow involved. Stephen Slotwiner, he's been named as, and he was arrested at his rented home in the village of Arambol with £16,000 worth of drugs, including 512 grams of cannabis, 40 ecstasy tablets, 80 grams of MDMA and some LSD. He faces prison up to 6 months under India's Narcotic and Psychotropic Drugs Substances Act. I'll get it right in a minute. But yeah, they put a bag on his head with 2 eye holes cut into it. But yeah, Mr. Slotwiner is 76 years old. Oh dear. They know how to deal with old age pensioners. So I'm just reading the stories. This is again from Australia, from Australian rules football. Football. I don't know if you know that. It's where they use their hands. It's kind of like, is it like rugby? I don't know. It's weird, but it's a pretty aggressive game. But this was a football, Australian rules football match in the Northern Territory. Just wait, come on, do your thing. This was between the Catherine Camels and the Nguku Bulldogs in the BFRL competition, and it got a little bit hairy out there, and the umpires and the teams had to barricade themselves in after there was a pitch invasion, and the fans was attacking them with scissors and projectiles, and they had to lock themselves away. An umpire was injured and 3 people were arrested. They had to lock themselves to safety for over an hour. Blimey. This is one for the kids. Kids aren't here, but Scoot in Singapore at Changi Airport have unveiled their new airplane. Shame the kids aren't watching this because they'd love this, because it's Pokemon themed. Whoops. It's Pokemon themed, he says, if I can get the window back where I wanted it. Whoops, sorry about that. Has a mind of its own. Yeah, you can see all your favourites. Look at that. How cool is that? And you've got little Pokemon themed meals. The kids would love that. Look at that. Got to catch them all. Planes, that is. That was just for the kids. No? Okay then. Who wants the Florida Man story? Okay. This is the story of Robert Mondragon, sorry, not Mondragon. He's 29. I'm just going to show you his picture. There you go. Florida Man. And what did he do? Well, he's been arrested and charged with leaving dead animals at the 2018 Parkland School Massacre Memorial. In the first instant, he put a dead duck on the bench, and then he left a raccoon and then a dead opossum. And then I guess they must have been watching him. And they pulled him in. Yeah. Okay then. Who wants? Should we end with an animal story? Okay then. We're going to the River Derwent near Howden in East Yorkshire on Saturday. Firefighters were called to help because a cow got stuck in the mud, and they had to pull him out of the mud. There we go. They used a tractor. He was stuck in the riverbed, and they managed to get them out. And meanwhile, they also had to rescue another cow who was trapped in a tree for 3 hours. I mean, these let's see, and this is what it looked like from the other angle. And the cow that was in the Isle of Wight, and they said the incident was utterly ridiculous. Of course, the cow said, "I'll move when I want to." I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't write any of this. I just make it up as I go along. Oh, shall I see if there's anybody in the old chatty chat? There was no chat window today. Where's my chat window gone? There was a chat window yesterday with OBS. Ping! Oh, somebody at the door. Oh no, I'm going to have to go. Oh! Sorry about that, folks. It's the postman collecting some records I'd sold. Bondi says, Truss is the third consecutive female Tory. Yeah, not bad, is it? Andrew says, morning. You've had a deluge of rain. So did we overnight. Anna is snoring. She indeed is. She's fast, though. There she is, having a kip. So, just puff myself out. What am I like? What am I like? Run up? I shouldn't run up and down the stairs, should I really? But yeah, she's well asleep and having a lovely time of it. Turn the autofocus off. Why does it always do that? There we go. You can see her in all her snoring dog glory. You know what it's like. They love to kip. If it ain't the sound of my stomach gurgling, it's the dog snoring. Alex says, "Is that the dog I can hear snoring?" Yes, it is. So dry with my humour, yes, very dry. Enjoy says, with a pint of £5 plus, I just can't go to the pub. But if you tuned in yesterday, one pub owner suggests they charge £20 a pint just to cover the electricity bill. So Rennie says, no, Darren is hungry. No, I'm not hungry, it's the tablets. The metformin makes my tummy gurgle and make all sorts of weird noises. It's a terrible thing. And again, if you're on metformin, it has certain effects on your digestive tract which aren't very attractive. But I'm over that part. That hit me at the beginning. Now it's just I get the gurgles and it's uncontrollable. It's like that. Gyro says, what's with the other weird troll channel? I don't know, Gyro. Well, it's you, isn't it? Look, it's you. Because you're the one doing it, aren't you? You're the one doing it because that's what you do. You come on and you mention it. Well, look, why? You tell me why you're doing it, because, you know, we do this little dance. You come on, you go, oh, you bring up your work that you're doing and you want me to comment on it, you know, because you're desperate for my attention. You're doing it. You're the one that defames me. Why are you doing this? Because you don't like me. I get it. So why don't you just make videos like that, you know, showing your face, telling the world how much you dislike me, rather than defaming me and telling untruths about me, you know? So there you go. Ah dear, very strange person. Andrew says he was trying to top up his pension indeed. Gyro, it's you. You're the one that's doing it. Stop going on about it. You can stop it. You can take that channel down. Why don't you do it? Huh? Andrew says more unboxings. No, there's no unboxings. It was records I'm selling. I don't do unboxings. Boxings are for idiots. You don't want unboxings. 365 Days says, good morning, love the Waters video, thank you. And Alex says, Waters, you prat. Indeed, it's his stupidity knows no bounds. I mean, the unbridled sexism of it is, you know, it's that thing. Let me explain, love. Let me explain. You know, these people, they're on a different planet, orbiting the planet Stupo. You know, they're just so stupid it's not even funny. Oh boy, but hey, we're here. I have to do these videos because I just can't believe it. You know, I can't believe how stupid someone can be. Look, we all want peace, but you've got to go after both. If you look, it's like the Israel-Palestine thing. I'm of the mind that both sides are in the wrong. You know, bang both their heads together. You know, that's my mind. I don't take a side because I want peace for both. I don't want to see the Palestinians get killed, and I don't want to see the Israelis get killed. You know, so that's the way I look at it. But then people say, yeah, but you're anti-Palestine because you're not sticking your flag in their soil, and you know, it's like, I think they're both wrong. Can't I have that view? You know, but with the Russian-Ukraine issue, Russia's wrong, because we know what Putin's doing. It's not even transparent anymore. He's just so bloody. He's holding it up now with that new foreign policy. He's basically saying, Russia forever. See you tonight, indeed, Andrew. Rene says Joram is a naughty boy girl. Well, again, it's what they do every time, and it's, you know, I don't know. It's what they do. It's what they do. Oh, but hey, some of us have got things like this to do instead. 365 says, as an Israeli, I agree with you, exactly. I mean, you know, you see, I want everyone to get along. That's the thing. I want everyone to get along, but they don't, and there's always going to be wars over whether it's religion or land or power. We're always going to be like this, and unfortunately, I don't know if there is ever going to be a solution. Well, yeah, there will be a solution if aliens land, and then we'll all be united against the aliens. You know, that's how we get our way out of this. Is if we are invaded by aliens, we need some sort of alien invasion to not unite the world. But, you know, that's the way I see it. Anyway, thank you for watching. It's been coffee time. I've gone on far too long than I intended, but I got carried away. Thank you for watching. That was the news. You better drink it up, and I'll see you tonight for the live stream. Ta-ta!